Good afternoon. It is Judith and Desjardins and little Lakota Joy in our Minka on the Sunday afternoon. We've had many wonderful adventures, but I thought I would take a nice little video of me doing some warm-up yoga and Puppy just being exposed to yoga, tranquility, and all of that. But when I very first start, I want to show you what is happening as a side effect to the chemotherapy over a 7-month period is that I'm getting what's called lymph edema on the lower part of my legs, my ankles, and my feet that is not related to hand-foot syndrome from the oxaliplatin. It's simply related to ongoing chemotherapy, and it is troubling because it inflames and swells up those areas of the legs, which I've found respond very well to using the cold pack therapy socks and also to using the strong jets in our spa to just kind of pummel that area and make it softer and easy for the liquids to pass through the lymph nodes. So I'm going to show you a close-up of that. First of all, Puppy will be coming and going. I don't know if this is showing up on camera, but what happens is that the whole ankle here gets swollen, and the legs, and the top of the foot, which is totally different than hand-foot syndrome. And this can be kind of debilitating. You see that this ankle is even getting like vein bruising here. The top of the leg is inflamed. When I was in San Diego for my granddaughter's graduation, I couldn't even see the tendons in my foot. It was so swollen. And this is not the normal size of my ankle. So that is another ongoing problem. And my feet they're a little bit reddish from the hand-foot syndrome, which is a whole different side effect. These things get to be literally sort of a pain in the ass over time when you start hating the side effects of long-term chemotherapy. However, it's great to be alive, and in the big scheme of things, I am not complaining. Puppy has found that Aussies are so brilliant that he notices his duplicate self in the mirror. He'll be coming and going, as I say, and I'm just going to show you some very slow warm-ups. Do you want to come help Mama? Yoga? Okay. So I found today that using the yoga block is kind of helpful to elevate the feet. And I'm simply loosening the hip flexors with lots of loving help from a little boy who loves his mama. Thank you. And then I'm stretching, which is good to loosen up while it tightens the core, but it also compresses the breathing in the lower abdomen, which is good. Okay, let's put that one down. Here we go, let's do another one. This little boy at 4 months is teething, so he likes to chew on anything, including fabric. He does like to be helpful. He does like to be a helpful boy. And so we're stretching this way as well. That feels really good because I'm elongating the hamstrings. I'm also flattening my core, which I was really hesitant to do after I had my ablation and cryoablation. There were so many big literally, it felt like plugs of stuff sticking up that I was really afraid to exercise in this area. And right now the only thing that's sensitive is my belly button, which is just by one pea-shaped little tumor here. I have the one I had on this side is almost gone. I can barely feel anything else that's there, so I hope that chemotherapy is working. So let's do a few more exercises. This rolling back and forth is really good for loosening up the spine and breathing slowly. And then stretching up. Some of these moves are out of Pilates, and some of them are out of straight yoga, or a combination. This feels wonderful, and you're literally massaging your spinal cord. And this really feels amenable to deep abdominal breathing and releasing. And then I love to extend. I'm really feeling the edema in this area of my legs. But I am able to see some tendons on the top, which I couldn't before. This is another good pose that opens up the hip flexors. It's sort of like being in a lotus position. That feels great. And then you can extend outward, holding onto the toes. So this area, these tendons get very tight. The whole idea of yoga, as well as acupressure and acupuncture, is that the energy meridians are supposed to pass over the head, down through the whole front of the body, under the feet, up the back, and over. It's supposed to be a constant circulation. And when you have tension or tightness, the energy gets blocked. Maybe you have a sore neck, but the blockage is really in the back shoulders, down here or here. So as we do these oppositional turns, you're loosening everything up, opening up the core and your whole chest, which a lot of times people will slump like this, or they're working on their computers. What we want to do is have a straight spine where all the vertebrae are stacked all the way up to the base to the top of the head. Everything in alignment. Like the tall spine. And then we do these oppositional stretches so that the spine is going like this. We can lean forward. So now it's concave like this. You can lean back and have it go the opposite direction, where you're bending backwards. And on the other side, the same. These are just very simple warm-ups. You can walk your hands forward, even if you're just bending this much, or if you have your hands behind your head and you're slowly going down. When you come up, you open your shoulders. This is opening all this tension you have over the heart, the neck, the lungs are opening up. So even if you just do these, you can lean back, you can lift your arms, come into a prayer posture, walking your hands in a different direction is stretching all the muscles all the way from here over the back down to the hands. And coming to the front. And walking over to the other side, I can feel it pulling the muscles in the cheek of the back of in the sacral area, where a lot of people have a lot of lower back tension. So I'm stretching everything in this direction now. I can really feel it in my right bottom cheek here. And then you want to change the position and put the other leg in front. Usually we'll have one side of us that is more limber. Let's see how this one is for me. This actually seems to be my most limber side. You want to stay in these positions for, I would say, at least 20 seconds so that you get the benefit of the stretching. I can feel this all the way here. I'm stretching over my head. And you want to breathe in this position. It feels good. I'm going to go on this side. I am more open with my left leg in front. I feel that. And leaning back. And going forward. When you just hang in a position, you're literally letting gravity pull you down further. All of this in my buttocks is loosening up and letting go. Let's look at a few more positions on the back that are easy to do. Okay, this is a great one for the hip flexors, where you put one knee over the bent, one foot over the bent knee, and you press down lightly just to open up this hip flexor. And you're breathing and relaxing. This one is pretty open. Then you can put arms underneath and pull yourself toward that left knee and right ankle. You can also lift so let's try the opposite one. I think this one is tighter. It's also good to just rotate your ankles and feet, which we rarely do. I can hear little bones cracking. There's something like 26 bones in your feet, and in terms of acupressure and acupuncture points, the bottom of your feet connects with all the major organs in your body. So by stimulating certain points, you're actually reaching liver, gallbladder, lungs, heart, intestines. It's pretty miraculous. And another interesting thing is that your earlobes as well are like the bottom of your feet. So touching different parts of the lobes is like touching every organ in your body, which is pretty amazing. I'm feeling so much more open. I want to do a few more poses where you're going this way. This is going to be, you're going to see child's pose. And what you're looking for is like a flat back. So you can do it with the head on one side. You have no tension in your shoulders. This is like, it's called child's pose because it's like you're just surrendering your whole body. You can rise up and go down. You can you keep your hips forward, but then you're going to turn the upper part of your torso. So you're pushing forward here and turning, which is like the corkscrew position of the spine. It's very healthy. And the opposite way. And surrendering. And going up. Let's see what else is handy. Let me show bridge position, which is really good for limbering your back here. So you start with knees in front. And we all have a natural part of our spine between our buttocks and our shoulders where it's elevated. And in bridge, you want to push it down like this, and then go up and push it down. So here's the natural curve and I'm going to push it down. The hands in primary bridge go like this. You're lifting your butt, everything in one smooth plane. You're pushing up, which is making a really nice curve underneath you. You hold that position and you can do the hands like this. As you go, put them down, you push the opposite direction and have that spine flat. I can't put my fingers underneath it. Here I can. So pushing down. So another. This is good for strengthening your core. My upper thighs and quads are quite strong. Even though I've lost weight, my muscles are tight and strong. This is really important as you're aging, but also just in terms of your body being in straight alignment from the feet up to the top of your head. You don't want to be slouched. Some people walk with their heads, they're in such a hurry, they're so in their head that their head is like this, and their spine then gets rounded, and they think by bending forward they'll get there faster, but they're really wrecking their posture, which should be straight as you're walking. All the vertebrae should be stacked over your feet. When the body's out of alignment, you have trouble in the small of your back, in the shoulders. Your feet are not balanced, which puts even more pressure on the back area and sacrum area. So standing and walking with the straight posture will help everything to be elongated. A lot of people that walk like this, the posture that you're in most of the time is what's going to take hold and be the blueprint for what you look like as an older person. You see a lot of older people, not even with scoliosis, which is a curvature of the spine, but who've been in this position so long that they can't stand upright, and they walk very feebly, and they have lots of problems. So this is probably, I'll just show you one more position, which you can do very simply, which is called Cobra. You can start with just your hands like this and your shoulders back, and you slowly go down. You can turn your head from side to side. You can elevate just a bit. You can relax your neck in this position. Or you can try to go up to more of a full cobra. My back is pretty tight and this is not particularly comfortable, but it's fun to go back like this and then to come forward. This is a plank position, which is really great for the abs. And then back. And then rocking forward into plank, coming down. Now Cobra is easier for me. I really love after a yoga session is that the energy is circulating so much that my hair starts to get all bushy. Because the energy is flowing. And your hair really tells you a lot about how you're doing. When you're depressed, which I was yesterday, my hair was very flat. Even if I put water on it and scrunched it, it just went flat. The more I do yoga, it gets all bushy and wild, and I love it. So, I don't know if you will notice, but this is how my little boy reacts to a yoga session. Totally calm. This is really good for puppies to have soft music, quiet voices, seeing parents down on the floor with them. He's like totally limp and excited. So my koi fish and I, thank you for being with us today. Acknowledge when you're depressed, like I was yesterday, about this lymphedema, and be honest about it. I was like, this really sucks. And today, after a good night's sleep, nice dinner, nice family time, like nice progress training this puppy, today I woke up, it was like 360 degrees different than yesterday, which was so dark. I didn't want to get out of bed. And today we've just done a million things quite happily. So I encourage you, don't give up whatever your burdens are. Acknowledge them. Child's pose is a wonderful position to ask God to pick you up and lift you and carry you forward. Where you're surrendering, you're not holding on to stuff, you're letting it go and putting it at God's feet. So I send my blessings and love to people around the world who could be struggling with a million different issues. We're all human beings, we're all challenged, we're all trying to find happiness and peace and love and serenity. So I love you. Lakota and I love you. This little boy, I'm sure, has grown an inch in the last week. His little rump is higher, his legs are longer. So you're going to join me and be privileged to know this little boy from the get-go. And he's already been training as a therapy dog during my Zoom and Microsoft Teams sessions with my virtual clients. So God couldn't be greater. Life couldn't be better. I'm very happy to be alive, and I'm sending you all the love and support in the world. Thank you.